We both know this is temporary. Maybe we'll last.
At some point, I just burn out.
Lost control when you call me baby.
So I wanted to share a couple of tips about time blocking. Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Selena. I'm an economist and a content creator in the Washington, D.C. area. I create a bunch of lifestyle, productivity, and wellness journey vlogs. So if you're into that sort of thing, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing. With all of that said, happy Monday. This is like the first time that I intro a work vlog sitting down at my desk, but it's because I need to get to work ASAP. I got myself a little bit put together today because it is the busy season at work. I am trying to incorporate more self-care into my busy season, and part of that means that when I'm making vlogs or just like whenever I can get myself to it, I want to actually try to make myself a little bit more put together, because when I'm more put together and, you know, wearing just a little bit of makeup or brushed my hair or leaving it down, it makes me feel a bit more confident. It makes me feel a little bit more like I got ready for work, even though I'm working from home. So that's like what I'm trying to do a little bit more often. Obviously, it's like minimal makeup. I have mascara, some lip balm, and I put on some highlight today and tinted moisturizer. And for me, that's like pretty much what I normally use anyway. And I just wanted to check in with you all. I hope that you're all having a wonderful, amazing week so far when you're watching this video. I still need to make my coffee, but I'm gonna do that later and take a little coffee break. But for now, I have a few deadlines today, so I need to get started ASAP by making a to-do list. So I will check in with you all at my next break.
Lightning-stricken cactus and it starts to rain. The smell of steamed asphalt, scented Novocaine. Nature's brew of all kinds of things. The mountain-sunk hills, sky color schemes. Makes you forget about all types of things. You remind me of the Arizona thunder. Satisfy the times and make you wonder about the bigger picture in your life. The simple times in the Arizona thunder. The Arizona thunder tonight.
Okay, so I just got done with my first meeting of the day and I sent out the notes to the team. So I'm already feeling kind of groggy and I have a lot of things that I need to get done on my list today. So of course, it's time to make my coffee because that's what I look forward to every single morning. I have been really enjoying having hot coffee lately, and it's not because of the colder weather, although I do very much look forward to winter. I'm so excited. I love cold, crisp air and walking outside in it. It just makes me feel, I don't know, so good. And then you can wear your cozy sweaters and I'm so excited. Which, by the way, my merch will include crew necks and hoodies, which is perfect for the fall and winter. I think I'm gonna release them pretty soon. I really wanted to be able to get every single product and then take pictures in them for you all, but I just don't think it's feasible. I got some sample products and I think I'm just going to release those with the photos of the models that I have of them. But yeah, does that make a difference for you all? Like, would you like me to wait to release my merch until I'm able to like have my own photo shoot in the items? Would that make you want them more or feel more comfortable purchasing things? Definitely let me know. All of your feedback is super helpful for me. I want this experience with my first merch release to go as smoothly as possible for you all as well as for me. So please, all of your feedback is 100% welcomed at all times. But anyway, I'm gonna go make my coffee. I'm so excited. Let's do this.
To me
It's currently 2:30 p.m. and I'm going to take a walking break outside because it's nice and sunny. Y'all can't really see, but it's nice and sunny outside. It's a perfect temperature because it's 66 degrees, which means it's no longer super hot and it's also not super cold. Hopefully I'm gonna wear my zip up sweater. Hopefully that will be enough. And then I'm also gonna take my Beats headphones so I can listen to a podcast and take some me time because my brain kind of hurts. I'm also today focusing on doing time blocking during my day. So I didn't really share this earlier, but it sort of seemed to work for me in the morning, but I felt like I wasn't being productive enough. So I decided to really incorporate like actual time blocking, which is pretty much planning every single minute of the rest of my day. It can be a little bit tedious, but I found right now that if I set a timer when I'm doing a task on my list that I need to get done today to see around how long it took me, and then using that calculation, I kind of have timed out the rest of my work day, which hopefully if I do everything in the allotted time, I should finish today by 5:30 or 6 p.m. Fingers crossed. And that's actually a really good time. So I'm thinking I'm actually liking this whole time blocking thing, and I might try to do it for the whole rest of the week, but I'll let y'all know. For now, I'm gonna go put on my walking / hiking sandals and go enjoy this beautiful weather. Hey friends, I just got back from my walk and I actually had enough points on my Starbucks app for a while now, but I haven't been to Starbucks in a while. But it's a Monday. I feel like Mondays and Fridays are when I really try to treat myself because I think Mondays for me are the hardest. I have to kind of get back into work mode. So I got myself this Starbucks, which by the way was free for me. So I ended up getting the Trenta and I asked for light ice like I always do, except knowing Starbucks, I feel like because it's a free drink, they still add a ton of ice. So truthfully, in my opinion, whenever you get Starbucks, if you get a Trenta, it's truly a venti. If you get a grande, it's truly a tall. I got the pink drink, which is my favorite, and I always get it now with no strawberries and light ice. It's truly so refreshing. And I also got sweet greens, again, treating myself. And of course I got my favorite salad, which is the buffalo chicken salad. So before I went to lunch, I was talking to you all about how today I am time blocking in order to be more productive. So I even blocked out an hour for me to take a break away from my desk, away from my room where I do all of my work. So for 20 minutes, I went for a walk, and I also ordered this during my walk so that I could just pick it up, and I picked it up and came home, and now I have around 32 minutes to enjoy my lunch, watch something on Netflix or on YouTube, and just enjoy this like relaxed time away from my desk. And the reason that I wanted to emphasize this is because I noticed that for me, why I think it's sometimes hard for me to be productive during the day is because at some point I just burn out, and then with my personality I just try to push through and keep going because that's just like how I am, and I'm very stubborn and hard-headed when it comes to certain things, and I am a very resilient person, and you know, I thank God for that. But at the same time, being resilient isn't really a flex. It's something that comes with overcoming life obstacles and difficult things that have come my way. I have to remind myself that, you know, even though I am resilient, like I need to be kind and gentle with myself. So I'm like really trying this whole incorporating self-care into my busy season and taking time for me. Going for a walk today, and for today that meant, you know, going for a walk during my lunch. I'm actually going to continue to try to block out an hour of time in the middle of my day at some point to just do something that will make me happy that day. And today it was treating myself to sweet greens, which looks absolutely amazing. It's good for my body. And then I got myself this treat, giving myself time to even just sit down and like watch something and actually enjoy it, because during my workday I do play like YouTube videos or podcasts in the background, but I feel like I don't get to fully enjoy it and that's why sometimes I don't watch all of my friends' YouTube videos, or I don't have time to catch up on them, because I don't really like to play their videos in the background because I actually want to like fully watch and enjoy their videos. I also feel like planning this time in my day where I have this break to like watch something, enjoy something, it will also make it so that at the end of the day I can do something else if I want to, versus like right now when I have the whole mentality of like pushing through my day, then at the end of the day I'm like so burnt out and tired that I can't even fathom working out or going to the store or going out with my boyfriend after work, because I'm just so tired mentally and thus physically. And so I feel like if I break my day up like this, I allow myself some more rest and relaxation throughout my day, then theoretically I should be a little bit more balanced. I'm kind of like pacing myself throughout the day, and then hopefully by the end of the day my energy levels won't be extremely low. So that's my hypothesis. I am going to try this out for a couple of weeks, see how it goes, continue to update y'all with like the time blocking and the like planning out my breaks and self-care and incorporating it into my day, and then let you all know how it goes and whether I recommend it, what I learned from it, and all of that. For now, I'm going to enjoy my salad. This looks so freaking good. Oh my gosh. And find something to watch because I have time blocked the rest of my work day. So I already know exactly what I'm going to do as soon as I sign back into work, but I'm not going to think about that right now. I'm going to enjoy this, and I'll check in with you all after. Quick little update, it is 5:30 p.m. and I still have one state that I need to complete like this data review by today because it's like a deadline I need to meet. I'm running a little bit behind because I did take like a 15-minute phone break to post something on Instagram, and I just needed a mental break, which again I think is completely okay. One thing about time blocking that was also mentioned in this article that I found mentions that we tend to overestimate the amount of work that we can complete in a certain amount of time, and so that's kind of what makes time blocking a little bit hard, especially in the beginning. So I definitely didn't allow myself enough time because when doing data review especially, there's unforeseen circumstances that might come up with the data, and it's my job as, you know, the analyst of that state to kind of use our apps to do some more research and analysis on these unforeseen data issues that might come up, and so that takes more of my time focusing on that one task than I had anticipated. So time blocking is kind of like a guesstimate for me. I was hoping to get off by 5:30, but now I'm hoping to get off by 6:30, and that would still be like a semi-reasonable time for me during the busy period. So quick little check-in, I'm gonna do that, and I will check in with you all once I'm finally out.
If I could, I'd be your man. Hold you down the best I can.
I signed out of work like 20 minutes ago and was just responding to some of your DMs on my Instagram. I asked you all on my stories. I was kind of going through my photos earlier and reminiscing on my old natural hair. So I had never dyed my hair until last year in 2020 because I found this Groupon and I decided to try it out for the first time. And it was fun. Like, I think it's pretty cute, like a little highlight here and there, but I definitely miss my dark hair. So I made a whole post on my Instagram about it, and I asked you all to vote on whether you prefer my dark hair or the highlights slash balayage. Sorry, probably pronounced it wrong. But most of you agree that I should go back to my natural hair. It's also just so much cheaper to maintain natural hair and just pay for haircuts versus getting your hair dyed or highlighted. Like when I looked up the prices, like the regular prices to get highlights in your hair, it's just ridiculous. Like I'm not gonna spend $300 every 3 months on hair. I simply cannot. Maybe someday in my life, if I were like rich or something, then I would do that. Financially right now it doesn't make sense, and I don't know if it ever will make sense for me to keep up my hair at any lifestyle. Maybe someday, but not right now. I definitely miss my natural hair. It was also just so much healthier, all of that. But anyway, if you're not following me on Instagram, you definitely should, because I constantly have polls there for you all, and we interact a lot in my DMs, which I love because I feel like I get to know you all a lot more as well. And update on the time blocking. So I wanted to share a couple of tips that I found today about time blocking, because again, I'm very new to this, so I don't have any tips myself to share yet, but I wanted to share some that I found on this article. So let me pull it up and I'll also link it in the description. So there are like 5 different steps that this article talks about on how to time block. The first one is to start with your high level priorities, to create a bookend template for your day, which is essentially like a template of blocked out time that you can kind of rearrange and work with every single day, or at least that's my understanding of it. So for example, like you might have a template where from 6 to 7 a.m. you do meaningful work, or you might shower. So essentially when you time block, you schedule every minute of your day. So you're scheduling not only like the time that you work or the time that you're productive doing certain assignments or tasks, but you also make sure to plan and incorporate all of your breaks. Make sure that you're incorporating time for meaningful work, for family time. So this article also mentions that time blocking isn't for everyone because it can be time consuming and hectic, but it can also help you be a lot more productive if you stick with your schedule. So the third thing it says is to set aside time for both deep and shallow tasks. That's kind of going into setting aside time for meaningful work, as well as getting ready for the day and breakfast and checking your emails. It also says to add blocks for reactive tasks. An example of this is scheduling time for emails instead of having this task kind of distract you throughout the day. And so emails is a good example, because if you schedule a time in your day every day to read emails, respond to emails, and this is all that you do in that time, then throughout the day you can have your email completely closed off and you're not having to kind of check it and update it and respond to emails throughout the entire day, because then that's actually kind of distracting you from completing whatever other tasks you have. Read the article, it will make more sense. This is just my understanding of it. And then number 5 is to write down your daily to-do list for work, home, family, social, and fill it in. And you all know, if you've been following me for a while, that that's something that I do, especially when I want to be more productive. And I love to separate my work to-dos from my, personal to-dos, from my YouTube to-dos and all of that. And that's why I enjoy having just like a blank journal or like a blank bullet journal, because I feel like I waste less paper. I have a planner that I've used in my previous vlogs and I really like it, but I find that because one page is like an entire day, I feel like it's kind of wasteful, because for me personally, I don't always have to-dos listed for the entire day. So I might only use like a third of that paper, but then it's kind of like I can't use it Tuesday because it's all Monday's tasks on there, if that makes sense. So that's why I kind of like just using a blank journal and then adding on to-do lists on the front and back of the page. That's just me. You can also use like digital to-do lists or your notes. Like, I'm not trying to sell you anything. For me, I just like to write things down because I feel like I remember it better, and it's more like gratifying to me when I get to cross it out or highlight it. But with all of that said, I'm going to enjoy my wine and just chill and figure out what I'm gonna have for dinner, because I honestly don't know. Didn't really plan ahead. This is probably where time blocking would have been helpful. I hope that you enjoyed spending the day with me. I know I enjoyed spending the day with you all. And if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and make sure to leave a comment down below. Are you gonna be trying time blocking? Have you ever tried time blocking in your schedule, and how did it work for you? I would love to hear it so that we can discuss down in the comments section below. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a single video from me. I post a new video every Sunday and Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the occasional bonus video on Friday. So make sure to turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a single video. And until next time, I will see you in the next video.
When I first met you, then thought you were nothing. You were just sitting on the couch with that reject.